hi. Ow! My fucking ankle. We're leaving that in the video. But hi everyone, I'm but an awkward comrade. I welcome you all to subscribe. Let's get right into the video. Let's get right into the video. Messy, but who cares? So, we have some things to address. Okay, before I even really delve into the mosh pit, and as you can see, my pants are tighter than usual, so you know about my business. I have a few things to say. Just off the jump. My gay heart, my gay little heart, is not ready to start off an episode of Dragula and be hit with so much emotional backstory, lore, and all that tea. I'm not ready for that shit. I'm like, oh shit, blood, gore, and then I get into it and I'm hit with a motherfucking divorce off rip. Melissa. Let's look, and I say that to say this. While I will be focusing on Abora for the video, Melissa, so much respect for you. To take such a sad and tragic, devastating situation. Melissa's husband outright left them. Outright left right before they were about to get married. And Melissa still came on the show. And is delivering. Hasn't had a disappointing performance yet. And we are looking at a love triangle between Abora, Hoso, and Astrid, in which Abora is outwardly and internally suffering mentally over this love triangle. So I'm going to just get right into it. Ooh. When I told y'all my pants would be right and tighter today, I was ready for the tea. I'm ready for the tea. I'm ready to just get into it. I'm ready, okay? So, I want to just break down this whole love triangle as it pertains to the show. I know a lot of people are tired of it, but some people just want to know the overall tea on what's going on. So, Hoso is a fan of Abora. Abora loves Hoso. Hoso isn't interested in romance with Abora. She is a super fan that learns a lot from her. And what I also picked up with Hoso is she is also a people pleaser. Astrid and Hoso are pretty close. They likely had a fling. They likely had a one-night stand. They're pretty comfortable with each other and BFFs, if anything, at most. Also, I noticed that Hoso can be pretty affectionate with those she's close to. Noted. But what I also noticed is that Abora and Astrid want nothing to do with each other. One harbors more feelings, more resentment for the other, but overall they are not as upfront with each other because there's sort of this middle ground of we could just walk away, but we're all waiting on Hoso to let us know she's not interested. But Hoso is apparently in a relationship. So outwardly, once you know that someone's in a relationship, okay, even if they're as affectionate as they can be, but yada yada yada, I would never hope that, given that it is in a toxic relationship, that you would want to take that person away from what's making them happy or what brings them joy and love. That's all I'm saying. This whole idea of I could possibly win them over, maybe there is a chance when the relationship is not active. That's all I'm saying. Never try to take someone away from what makes them happy, even if you believe you could be a better fit. At the end of the day, that is their choice. You do not need to be competing for that type of love. Like, mm, mm. So yeah, Abora despises Astrid. Both aren't as upfront with each other. What I noticed about Astrid, she's very politically correct, which isn't a bad thing, but she's that type of person who both Abora and Astrid have this thing about them where they just, you know, if you're gonna snap, you're gonna snap. There's nothing wrong with it, honestly. It's just that as long as you're not fucking attacking people and doing shit that isn't warranted for that. But everybody is allowed to have their moment. That's the way I see it. As an autistic, neurodivergent, depression and ADHD and etc. Life gets overwhelming. You at your lowest aren't supposed to look the best, but that's neither here nor there. What I really did, don't want to get off topic with this, but the end part of this whole love hexagon, love, whatever you want to call it, is that Hoso is not being upfront with any of them. And Abora feels entitled to sort of like a closing statement with Hoso. Like, I need to know that you're not interested. You need to break it off with me because I know I want you. And that is honestly where my biggest problem stands. Whilst Hoso shouldn't feel like she has to break things off. Because at the end of the day, why should Hoso have to break things off when she's not the one that is looking for a relationship? I understand that Hoso is a bit of a people pleaser and doesn't. Both Astrid and Abora do this thing where they like to dance around things but be upfront in other ways. But for the most part, I feel like they're really good at kind of dancing around, tiptoeing around the actual situation. But for me, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why anyone in this situation wants Hoso to break things off. Astrid is pretty content on where she stands in this whole ordeal, but I don't believe Hoso is entitled to break things off with them. If you're a super fan of someone, especially the fucking love triangle is apparently so contagious and so immense that it's fucking with Abora's ability to actually perform in this contest. And a lot of the fucking fandom is apparently speculating, because, I like to little dip in, dip out. I ain't got time for Reddit, but I dip in and dip out just to see what's tea, just sip my tea and just, peep what's going on over there. And a couple of them are actually content that by episode 4, Abora will quit herself. But I don't know. I would hope not. I really love Abora as a person as well. But this whole love triangle fiasco, people aren't here for that. I'll give them tea. It is a little entertaining in a sense of a little drama here and there, but at the same time, it's really fucking with the performance. Specifically, Abora is not taking this well. I don't know. Like, we honestly should never minimize someone's mental health, what they're going through, or how high they value certain things, such as a relationship with someone that is not interested in them. Those feelings are valued. They are to be taken with, taken into account. But it's so depressing. It's depressing at this point. In the beginning, it was like, okay, so, okay, and now it's at the point where I'm like, can y'all just go in the back and get the orgy over with, get the threesome over with, okay? Just do what you gotta do, and leave it off the runway. Like it's at that point where I'm feeling a bit like, okay, gone with all that. Just mm-mm. But I don't know. I got topics to talk about, okay? But yikes. Yikes. In conclusion, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for all of you. What the fuck is my camera? Oh my god. You are not entitled to anyone's rejection. You do not need to wait for someone else to reject you to walk away. If you feel like you cannot handle if your feelings are so intense for someone that you feel like you cannot handle them as just a friend, you need to distance yourself. Okay? Because that isn't what you signed up for. You didn't sign up to be a friend, okay? You want to be a lover. If you feel like you can't move forward without that, break things off. I'm not the fucking relationship mastermind, but it's just common sense, okay? At this point, you, Abora, are not functioning because of this fucking little love triangle bullshit. You need to not wait for Hoso to break things off, and you are also not entitled to be rejected by Hoso. And while Hoso's not being upfront with these people, she doesn't need to fucking reject you, is all I'm saying. No one is entitled to a rejection if someone isn't being upfront. Yes, that person should be upfront with you, but at the end of the day, they don't owe us anything. So, with that being said, mm, I sure damn. I'd hope my damnedest that Abora doesn't quit. I hope my damnedest that she doesn't leave the motherfucking floor show, leave the motherfucking contest. It's giving something's gonna come up, but overall, oh my goodness, mm, just it's toxic. It's contagious at this point. She's in the workroom taking out on other people for not paying attention to how much she's going through off this love triangle. For all we know, it is the love triangle in just that, and it is fucking. Oh my god, it's like balls deep in the bottom's ass. There's no going back. The condom's ripped. Oh well, get it over with. Like it's that fucking deep. But I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up here. So devastated to see Kendra leave. Oh my goodness. Like, fuck. Fuck me. That was so sad. Oh, fuck. Kendra! No. I grew to love Kendra so much. I almost felt like she was non-existent in her season. And this season, she's back, and she's everything but everything the Boulets want in one department. So, with that being said, though, I'm gonna welcome you all to subscribe. Oh, this episode was a lot. It was a lot, but I hope I conveyed that love triangle the best I could, even on my low fuel Jules mood. But that being said, I'm an awkward comrade, and yeah, Tata Lou babes. See you all in the next one. Night.